morning and welcome to the GDFL Netball Show for round 7. Joining us on the panel today we have Madge Anderton. Welcome, Madge.
Good morning, Fiona. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
That's good. I'm well too.
Yeah, that's good. And Donna Francesi from the Anarchy Netball Club.
Hi, Fee. How are you?
I'm good, Donna.
Hi, Madge. How are you?
Good, Donna.
Good.
Yep.
Welcome on this nice chilly morning.
Yes, we're getting the chilly ones now, aren't we?
We certainly
Nearly
are.
winter, I think.
Winter's on its way.
Absolutely.
We're going to have a quick look at last week's games. I don't think there were too many surprises from the results that came out, but we will go through them. First up was the Inverleigh 41 defeated Anarchy 22. And Donna, I guess you can give us a little bit of a spiel about what happened out there.
Yeah, well, actually, I can't, Fee, because I wasn't there.
You weren't.
But
That's a good result, Donna.
yeah, it was a good result.
Surely.
Actually, it's not a bad result for Anarchy. They only lost by 19 goals in the end to Inverleigh. I do believe there were a couple of Inverleigh players out, which we'll soon find out. But going by who was down in the paper and so forth, it looks like we had our team back. All the regular name, which is a good result. So 19 goals was a very good effort to lose by. Well, we don't like to lose, but so to speak. But 22 goals was fantastic, and if we can keep our team up and at 'em and no one gets injured anymore, we might find it getting better in the next few rounds.
Absolutely, and we've got Kathy McHenry coming on in segment 2, so we'll have a chat to her about how she thought Inverleigh went on the weekend.
But you've got to be happy with that, surely. That's great.
As a coaching team, we are happy with that. I mean, you know, the last few weeks have been really hard for us with players being out injured and so forth. So to have a team which is actually on the court at the time, without bringing up the B graders who have already played a game, it is a good result, and let's just hope we keep it up.
Great.
The next game, Winchelsea 67 defeated East Geelong 11, and I guess this has probably made the ladder completely different this week when we have a look at it. And a huge gap there. I did pick Winchelsea to win, but I didn't think it'd be quite by this much.
11 goals. I just can't pick. Look, I checked if that was correct.
And East Geelong have been playing so well the last few weeks. You sort of thought they'd put up maybe a bigger fight than what they did. What actually happened, I mean, we don't know. But, you know, the Not girls scoring those 35 and 32 goals apiece, like, you know. But,
I have heard that Melissa Bragg actually played down in the defence end. She was down in goalkeeper, and Lauren Ford was up shooting. Whether that actually had an impact on East in their scoring abilities, because I know their scores have been a lot higher than that.
They have,
for all their other games. So
that makes East Geelong went from 2nd position to 4th position. So the ladder can move around pretty quickly and easily. So
I think it's still going to over the next few weeks. I think there'll still be quite a few changes.
There's not much point separating those teams anyway in the middle section, so you can only assume that they're going to swap and change.
That's right. I think it will come down to some percentage coming up in the later end of the year. Next game, North Geelong 57 defeated Belmont Lions 39.
It's a win by 18 for North. So I think we expected that though. We sort of
I picked Belmont.
Oh, did you?
That was Belmont.
So there you go. But I think they'd be happy with that. They're doing pretty well. With their season.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another win there for Werribee Centrals as well, 78 defeating Thompson 18. So another big win for them.
That's a big margin.
And again, that's going to get them up with their percentage. They've moved up into 2nd position. And we do talk about the strong teams of the competition, Winchelsea, Werribee and Bellpost Hill, and they're sitting 1, 2 and 3 right now.
They are, yes.
And the last game of the round from last week was Corio 62 defeated Geelong West 36.
What happened, Fee?
Well, Madge was out there umpiring us. I think that was the trouble.
Well, you tell us your story and I'll tell you mine.
Look, we did some good stuff. We did improve from when we played Inverleigh the previous week, so we were a little bit happier with our game. There's just some basic stuff that we just need to practice. We need to slow it down. We need to just get those basics back on ball. Corio took advantage of when we sort of hit our slumps and they ran away with it. We actually did beat them in the last quarter, which is a positive for us.
What quarter did you lose it in, Fee?
Probably the first. And it's really hard to, once you've lost it. I think it was, I can't remember.
It's hard to get back on top in that first quarter when you're down by such a margin.
That's it, your head drops and you've got to really get it back. And we did. And I wish we had played our best game against Corio because I think that we could have matched it to them a lot closer than what we did. So, but look, it wasn't completely disappointing. The margin probably did blow out, but that's okay. We've got a couple of games that we're hoping to win in the next few weeks, including today. So,
I guess I can probably speak a little bit more about that. And Fee, you're right in saying that you do have to go back to some of the basics. You know, that throwing, not running on, your defence getting the distance. There was a lot of infringements from both myself and from Mark. And look, they're just basic things that if you may think that you're the 3 feet, but you're not. So you adjust, and you adjust to every umpire. I had a conversation with Terry Corey just recently about this, and you made a comment on the show, and he said Donna is so right in what she says. You have to adjust to each umpire.
Absolutely.
Each week. And it's not that, we're inconsistent, it's that some of us want just that, fraction more that can make the difference. And the other thing that I think happened, which you said, was they got that run on in that first quarter. They got ahead, and it's so hard to pin a good side back and to come back from that. And I think
Corio's goal defender, what was her name? She is unbelievable.
Brooke Malia, she was absolutely fantastic, and I've known Brooke for a long time, playing and umpired her for a lot of years. And last year she was a little bit undisciplined and caused a lot in wing defence and caused a lot of contacts and had a lot of penalties against her. Saturday she was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. She gave very little away.
She did, and as you said, she was able to adjust her game. From either end of the court, there was a difference from our perspective as players in the 3 feet, and that's fine. But she was able to adjust. She was able to do it straight away, and she's over defending the ball, and she has the most brilliant leap that I've ever seen, and she just can keep jumping because she doesn't actually jump in. It was amazing.
She's lovely, tall and slim. And Nicole Trainer was on the bench still. She did line up to get her nails checked and was on the bench. So I think she's still injured, and like I said, I'm not sure whether she's going to take the court this season at all, but she was there and coaching well. So
yeah, absolutely. So it wasn't a disastrous game, but probably could have been better.
A learning curve.
Absolutely,
I guess,
absolutely.
Also, Fair, if I could just mention again, I mentioned last week about Read the Play. We really would like that. That's the 27th of May. So teams, please. I'll be sending another email, this week to remind you of that. So please just make sure that you enter your teams for Read the Play, because it's a great cause. So
not a problem, and we'll be back after the break.
From all around your lawn, I'm here to tell you how football is strong. Bounce the ball.